You going to shave, Pa?
Maybe Saturday, if we go into town.
What are we going to use for money?
That fella in town said he'd have some for that 40 head of cattle by Saturday. Better get breakfast started, son. Here comes your brother. Jack, I thought I told you to bury that hide.
Thought I'd eat first, Pa.
Then get it out of sight.
It's a Ponderosa brand. When a man steals beef from his neighbor, he usually tries to bury the hide. Didn't you have time?
Well, now then, you wouldn't mind if we waited until we had our breakfast, would you, Mr. Cartwright?
No, not at all. You wouldn't even have to bury the hide if you told me you needed beef.
A big man like Ben Cartwright, we didn't figure you'd want to be bothered with us Tatums.
Any man needs eating beef from the Ponderosa. All he has to do is ask for it.
Oh, since you got several thousand head, that's right generous.
But if he doesn't ask for it first, he'll steal it.
You calling me a thief?
You've already taken land, Josh. This ranch house of yours is more than a quarter of a mile inside the Ponderosa lines. I never said a thing about that.
You ain't figuring to throw us off our place, are you, Cartwright?
Gus! Right here, Pa. I got him right in my sights. You just say the word, Pa, and I'll pull this here trigger.
Drop the gun belt, Ben. Now just get off the horse. Jack, move this critter out the way. Now, Ben, you've been pushing people around so much. Maybe you forgot how it feels to get pushed a bit yourself.
Pushing people around. I ride in here, I find that hide there with the Ponderosa brand on it. One of your kids got me on his rifle sights. Who's pushing who, Josh?
Now you tell me our place is a quarter mile inside the Ponderosa.
Well, isn't it?
You got money. You got the law. You can probably prove it and push us off any time you like.
Josh, I could have done it a long time before this.
Yeah, and now for one lousy steer, you're going to try it, I
No,
figure.
Josh.
I got something for you to remember, Cartwright. We don't push easy.
He don't look so big now.
Pa sure cut him down to size.
What do you kids know about it?
Well, you whooped him, didn't you, Pa?
Yeah, I guess so. But it wasn't no waltz like you young pups seem to think.
Where's Paul?
He rode out before daylight.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
Oh, he's fretting over those rustlers. I heard him down here pacing the floor last night like a caged-up cougar.
Well, what you think he's going to do, ride out and corral them all by himself?
Well, he'd give it a try.
That's a big trouble with Paul. He still thinks he's 21 years old. You ought to start taking it a mite easier.
You tell him, huh?
Well, somebody ought to.
Oh, don't look at me.
Morning, boys.
Fine.
Thank you.
Horse throw you?
No.
Did you bump into a limb or something, Paul?
No.
Well, forget to duck.
What happened?
Got into a little scuffle.
Into a little scuffle?
Who with, Paul?
Oh, forget it.
Forget it. Why?
Because if I told you who it was, you'd all run out of here hot-headed and itchy and looking for trouble, and you'd find the trouble. There'd be some gunplay and somebody get hurt. Better change my shirt.
I wonder who it was.
Oh, a man Paul's age ought not to go around getting into fights.
Age has nothing to do with it. I never knew a man yet who didn't think he was as good as the best day he ever saw.
Yeah, remember the time Sam Lucas tried to beat the heck out of you?
Yeah. That old man must have been 70 or 75 years old, didn't weigh 100 pounds.
Ran you out of town.
I had to run. He's going to bust my head into that pickaxe handle. You know, maybe we could try to talk Paul into taking it a little easy or something, huh?
Yeah, sure. We're going to set him in an easy chair, give him his pipe and slippers. Not me.
Well, nothing like that, but we might suggest that he cut down a little on the physical side of things. Do a little more supervising, huh?
Just supervising? Paul?
Well, why not? Other ranches have supervisors.
I reckon you do it that. Maybe we could talk Paul into it.
Yeah, maybe we could try.
It won't be easy.
Let's eat now and think about it later. Paul.
If you boys are still trying to figure out who I had the fight with, forget it.
Oh, no, sir. We just wanted you to avoid them scraps.
Fine. I'll avoid them. Now, let's get to business. As far as I can figure things, we've lost about 200 head of cattle in the last 3 weeks.
If it keeps up this way, we'll be out of beef.
So we're going to do something about it. Now, each one of you boys flips a coin. 2 of you go with me. The odd man stays home. Well?
Paul, it's pretty hard ride up there in that country.
And it gets colder than a polar bear's nose.
Yeah, and there's no telling what kind of trouble we're going to run into, Pa.
Well, if you boys don't want to come along with me, I can always take Hop Sing.
No, Paul, that ain't it. It's...
Well, the fact is we think we all ought to go.
All of us. Well, someone has to stay home.
Why don't you stay?
I never have.
Yeah, we know you ain't never, Paul, and well, that's our point.
Yes, see, we were thinking maybe you ought to start taking a little easy.
Like supervising, huh?
You boys think I might be getting too old for this sort of thing?
No, we didn't say that.
What did you say?
What did we say, Adam?
You know what we said.
Yeah.
Well, Hoss?
Well, Paul, doggone it, we think you ought to start taking it a little easier, Paul. Man gets a certain age, he ought to slow down a little bit. Now, we ain't saying you ought to be put out to pasture or nothing. It's...
Well, that's comforting.
Oh, and well, you know, a man with 3 sons ought to be able to get a little of the load taken off his back.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad to me. Sounds pretty good.
You mean you don't mind?
Why should I mind?
Well, we thought that...
Well, stop thinking and stop jawing and get to it, or else the whole day will be gone.
We're on our way, Paul.
Be back before dark.
Yeah, and with the rustlers.
Be back by supper.
Right.
Right.
Paul, you sure you'll be all right?
I'll try to make out, Hoss.
Looks like a Buck's Canyon to me.
Yeah, but the tracks say it ain't so. They go in, but they don't come out.
Might be a way out at the other end.
Or else they're still in there.
I sure don't like the looks of it. I'd get trapped in there.
You want to find those rustlers, or don't you?
Yeah, but I want to find them. I don't want them finding me. Let's just be mighty careful. I sure don't like the looks of this. I don't know what you two are gonna do, but I'm gonna get myself a little closer to the ground. I ain't gonna sit up here like no crow on a fence post.
Cover me, Joe.
Right.
How is it?
How should I know? I ain't seen it yet.
Let's take a look. In and out, slick and clean.
Adam, I ain't never gonna tease you again about wearing them clean shirts.
Well, the only reason I wear them is because I knew you'd get shot one day. That'll stop the bleeding. You'll be fine as a frog's hair in no time.
You all right?
Yep, I reckon I am. We ain't got ourselves many problems. We lost our horses. We ain't got no food and water, and even if I could walk, we couldn't get out of here. Them fellas using real bullets up there. On top of all that, it's gonna be so cold tonight, it'd freeze the hide right off of a drunken cowboy, and we can't build no fire.
At least we did one thing.
What's that?
We found the rustlers.
Worry. You get bellyache. You better eat now.
No, I'll wait a while. The boys should be along soon.
Maybe they sleep out tonight.
No, I don't think so. They said they'd be back before dark. Besides, they didn't take any food with them.
They be back.
Hmm?
Mr. Hoss up there. He smell food cooking. He come to food like homing pigeon.
Go.
What do you smell?
Nah, it can't be.
It can't be what?
I swear I can smell Hopsing's cooking.
We're over a half day's ride from the house. You can't smell that distance.
I don't know about that. I remember once Hoss smelling biscuits in a sandstorm. The storm was over and we got home. Sure enough, they were the biscuits. Remember that?
Yeah. Wish I didn't. Roast pork and sweet taters?
You come eat. Roast pork, sweet potato, keep warm much longer, all dry up.
I'm afraid they've run into some kind of trouble.
Always do. You eat.
I'm not very hungry, Hopsing.
They catch trouble, okay. How you help by not eat?
Just in case. Better put that back in the oven.
You want me sit up all night, keep fire in cook stove?
No, you can let it go, Ada. When the boys come back, I'll fire it up again.
真係啊，你冇法子啊，真係。
It's colder than a well digger's toenails out there. Where's Curly? Oh, keeping an eye on them Cartwrights. Throwing in a couple of shots now and again. Just to let him know who's boss.
Any doubt in your mind who's boss around here?
Didn't mean nothing by that. Never thought coffee'd taste better than whiskey. But it does. How long before dawn?
What you worrying about? Sun comes up, it comes up.
You figure come daylight, we can pick off them Cartwrights and get the herd on the trail, huh?
Sure. Do you think I'd throw in with Josh Tatum? Didn't know what I was doing?
Oh, you got it all figured out, boss. I mean, they ain't going nowhere without them horses. That big feller's hitting the leg. And...
Only thing is, they'll be dug in deep by daylight.
Well, then we'll dig 'em out.
Provided no Ben Cartwright doesn't come looking for his boys at that time.
That old goat, what can he do?
What can he do?
Well, he's just one more man, ain't he?
Sometimes that one more man is just one too many.
The Tatums are due here in the morning to help drive the herd. That makes 6 of us. Figure 3 to pick off them Cartwright pups. That leaves 3 to take care of the old man. That ought to do it.
Yeah, it should.
You know something? One slug takes care of one man. I don't care who he is.
You're new around here, Johnny.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you need. Somebody who don't get the shakes around old Ben Cartwright. I'll take care of him.
Johnny, just see what you do.
Up there, mighty good shot. Ain't no way to get at him.
Where is he?
You see them rocks up there? The great big one on the left and the two little ones on the right just piled on top of each other?
Yeah?
He's behind those little ones on the right, and there ain't no way to get at him.
I'll get him.
What are we gonna do, shoot through the rocks?
Nope. All those times we were in Virginia City and you were busy chasing girls and he was busy throwing people over tables, you know what I was doing?
You're probably down at the bank counting your money.
Yeah, checking the books to find out if the bank's gonna go broke.
Well, I was improving my education, playing billiards. That big rock on the left's the cushion. Character behind the little rock is the object ball, and the slug is the cue ball.
Reckon you hit him?
Well, I should have. The angle was right.
What'd you do, try to change position?
Wise guy down there must have bounced one off the rocks.
You reckon Paul started out after us yet?
I doubt that. After we told him we'd do all his fighting for him, he's probably sitting at home taking it easy, waiting for us to ride in.
You go now, Mr. Cartwright?
Yeah.
You go Virginia City, get sheriff?
No, there's no need for that.
Oh, you think no trouble?
Yes, I think no trouble. What have you got there?
A sandwich. This for Little Joe and Mr. Adam. This for Mr. Hoss.
Yeah, seems about right.
You tell Mr. Hoss I cooked turkey for supper.
Oh, that's fine. What are the rest of us going to eat?
Oh, it's pretty funny joke, Mr. Cartwright. No, not so funny. Have to kill another turkey, pick another turkey, stuff another turkey, cook another turkey. Big joke. Goodbye.
Josh! Far enough. Hand over that rifle. Your gun belt.
So, that's the way it's gonna be, huh? I give you a beating. Now, every time I poke my face out of the brush, I'm looking down a gun barrel. You're kind of poor loser, ain't you, Ben?
You stole one of my steers. You're on my land. For all I know, those wolf pup sons of yours are behind a tree right now with a beat on me.
If that was so, you wouldn't be standing there talking about it. Now, come on, give me back my guns.
I'll give them back to you when I'm ready.
You're getting mighty edgy over one measly steer, ain't you?
I've already told you, Josh. Any man needs food can get a steer just for the asking. But the Ponderosa's lost hundreds of head in the past month through rustling. I'm not edgy over the one you stole.
And I ain't edgy over the hundreds you lost, unless you're accusing me of being a part of it.
If I was, I'd tell you.
How about my guns?
You find your guns about a mile up the trail. The back feels better that way.
What's the matter, Ben? Don't you trust me?
No, I don't trust you, Josh. Besides, I gotta be on my way.
Oh, yeah, you Cartwrights always got big things to do, ain't you?
Big enough for me. Going after my sons.
Your sons? What happened? They lost or something?
They went up into the high country to look for the rustlers. They didn't get back last night. I'm going after them.
No posse? You going all by yourself?
Haven't got time for a posse. They're my sons. What would you do if they were yours?
No sign of him yet?
Nah. If he's coming, he ought to show up pretty soon. Now, he's got to come up that draw. When he does, like a sitting duck.
Yeah? Well, if he's alone, you can take him. Or he's got a posse along. Empty that rifle and we'll get out of here.
Hey, how's Curly?
Staying away from rocks, you can bet. He ain't hurt too bad. Got a bandage on it and stopped the bleeding.
Man, I sure could use some whiskey. Should have thought of that.
I did. Had a pint in my saddlebag.
Where is it now?
Gave it to Curly. He needs it more than you do.
Well, you tell him to save some for me so I can get this night chill out of my bones.
You just take care of old Ben Cartwright. I'll see that you get a case of the stuff. Now, you took long enough getting there.
Well, we ain't rich enough to buy horses. They hang a man for stealing them. We come as soon as we could.
Which way did you come?
Up over the ridge, like I said I would.
Don't suppose you've seen anything of Ben Cartwright?
Yeah, I seen him right after I started out. He had me bushwhacked as pretty as you ever seen.
How come he didn't shoot at you?
I talked him out of it, that's how come. I can handle Ben Cartwright.
We don't have to worry about him anyway. Johnny's waiting for him. So he didn't go to Virginia City for a posse. Looks like we got them Cartwrights right where we want them.
Maybe you have, maybe you ain't. Where's Johnny?
He's covering the draw where Ben's got to come.
Why don't you go down there and back him up?
Oh, wait, there's no need for that. Johnny can take care of him. A chipmunk couldn't get by him.
I don't care if a chipmunk can get by or not. I'm thinking about Ben Cartwright, and I don't want that old coot getting in here. Gus, you go down there and back him up just like I said.
Well, Ben got you spooked? He ain't 9 feet tall.
I know, but we ain't taking no chances. Now, where's Curly?
Keeping them 3 Cartwrights pinned down. You know something? One of them got Curly in the shoulder.
I told you to be careful, didn't I? Jack, go spell Curly off. Whereabouts is he, Jake?
See the needle-pointed rock over yonder? He's hunkered down behind it. Better let him know you're coming. He's getting skittish as a hungry coyote. And have some coffee.
Where's the herd?
Up on the mesa. Plenty of grass there. Ain't nowhere for him to go. What you worrying about?
Ben Cartwright.
But I told you I got...
I know. You told me Johnny's taking care of him, and Johnny ain't but a kid. He don't know Ben Cartwright.
Ben's got to come up through that draw, and Johnny's got him in his sights. He can't miss. He ain't there. What do you mean, he ain't there?
Well, like I said, he ain't there. I looked all over for him.
You never should have sent that darn kid down there. Why don't you let a man handle it?
He might have changed position.
You believe that?
No, I reckon I don't. Where that old buzzard is now?
Howdy, Josh. I wished I had a quart of that stuff.
That slug's still in there, Curly?
Yeah, it's still in. Feels just like a hot branding iron. Josh, how about us getting this over with so I can get to a Sawbones? I've got to get the slug out of here.
Yeah. You take it easy for a spell, Curly, and you favor that shoulder. Gus, you go on back down to where Johnny was and keep your eyes peeled. Jake, let's you and me see if we can't do something about these Cartwright boys. Get the rifles.
Paul is coming. I sure hope he brings some sandwiches. I swear my stomach's empty. A chicken liver'd feel like a full meal.
Well, you can't have any food.
How come?
You're wounded. Wounded man ain't supposed to have anything, not even water.
Burn it, I'm wounded in the leg, not in the belly.
Well, that don't make any difference, right, Joe?
That's right. I heard it from a doctor in Virginia City.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That'll kill you.
Why, them dirty, no good for nothing grabbing. Take food right out of a man's mouth. Hey, Adam.
Yeah?
See that little clump of rocks up there, that dead bush in the middle?
Yeah?
They got me a real live one in there. He's setting up a pattern. Every time I squeeze off around at him, he fires one back at me before I can even clear my chamber. Watch. You see him?
Uh-huh. Try him again. He's getting careless. He's hit.
Yeah, you didn't even shoot.
That's right.
Hey, must be Paul.
Hey, hot diggity.
It is Paul.
Cover him. He's coming in.
Hope he's got some sandwiches.
Figured you weren't coming.
Hey, Paul, did you bring any food?
Yeah, I did. It was in my saddlebags, but I got bushwhacked and my horse spooked and run off. What happened to your leg?
I got shot. It didn't bust no bones, I don't think. I can't walk on it, though. Paul, what kind of food was in them bags?
I don't know. Hop Singh said something about turkey, and I suppose it was some of that real tender roast beef of his.
Dad burn it. Since you didn't make it here with it, I sure do wish you'd have sent cheese.
Cheese? Why?
Because I don't like cheese.
Thought maybe you went to Virginia City to get the sheriff and a posse.
Well, by the time I realized it was real trouble, I didn't have a horse.
Well, don't you think we're not glad to have you with us, Pa? That puts you in the same jam we're in.
Well, why not? My name's Cartwright, too, isn't it?
Bad, son.
Not too bad.
Easy, boy. How did it happen?
I don't know. I was shooting down at them 3 Cartwrights. Next thing I know, I'm hit. Couldn't have been one of them, though. They didn't have that angle on me.
Ben Cartwright. Had to be. Johnny's gone. Now you're hit. There. That'll take care of the bleeding.
Pa, is it busted up bad?
No, it ain't nothing but a scratch. You'll hardly even have a scar to show to some pretty gal. Give him another shot of that whiskey.
How is it?
Well, how would it be? He's shot, ain't he?
I was just wondering.
Living this way, I always figured we'd catch some lead one day. But thinking about it, seeing your boy with a slug in him is 2 different things. He might have been killed.
This ain't exactly a bee sting I've got in my shoulder.
Yeah, I know it, Curly, but it ain't the same thing.
It may not be the same to you, Josh, but it's the same thing to me. One old buzzard holding up 6 men, it sure seems like...
What 6 men? Ain't you forgetting something? Johnny's gone, you and Jack are hit. The way I figured, that leaves only 3, not 6.
Thinking Ben Cartwright, why did he have to stick his nose into this?
What's he gonna do? Let us keep his boys pinned down till he runs out of ammunition? One of them's wounded. You think he's gonna like that? That'll turn him as mean as a trapped cougar.
You all right?
He's gonna be. You see Gus?
Yeah, Gus is all right, but I seen something else. Ben Cartwright is down there with his boys.
What'd I tell you? Anybody else with him?
No, but he got in there with a couple of rifles and probably some extra ammunition. He's gonna be a tough nut to crack.
I never said he wouldn't be, did I?
You never said nothing. You're so full of ideas. Now, come on, let's hear one of them.
Well, first off, I think you better take Curly cross country to Silver City and find a Sawbones. That slug in his shoulder's got to come out.
All right, but what about the herd?
Right now, that herd we rustled don't seem so important.
What are you aiming to do? Just walk out of here?
You got a better idea?
Yeah, I'll give the orders.
Now, why don't you just try that?
I never should have throwed in with you in the first place. I might know you'd go soft.
Just because a man don't want to see his sons get killed don't mean he's going soft.
As far as I'm concerned, it does. Curly, think you can set a horse?
You just lead me to him.
All right. You better get out of here.
Curly, you take care of that shoulder, boy.
Thanks, Josh.
What are you doing that for, Pa?
For to keep from getting shot when I talk to Ben Cartwright.
What do you want to talk to him for?
You got shot. They might get Gus.
That's pretty quiet, Pa. Hey, Pa, look.
It's Josh Tatum.
Dang if I trust him.
Hold it. But, Paul! Never mind. Just do as I say. I'm still running this show.
Howdy, Ben.
Josh,
How's the big one?
a little late to show concern, isn't it? And for the record, there's a clean wound in the leg. It'll be all right.
Jack got shot in the arm.
Well, what'd you expect? That nobody get hurt?
Ben, I didn't figure it'd turn out this way. You see, we've been rustling some of your stock. Well, it didn't seem like much, you having so many. It didn't hardly seem like stealing.
I suppose ambushing my sons didn't seem much like shooting.
I was miles away when a big un got shot.
Oh, now you're going to tell me that if you'd been here, you'd have put a stop to it.
I've done a lot of things in my time that I ain't proud of, Ben. And today, I might have gotten my kids killed. I might have killed one of yours.
You're alive right now because you didn't.
All right, Ben. I only come back here because I'm sorry for what I done. I figured you was man enough to take into account that I ain't rich. I ain't no boss of no Ponderosa. I got the same feeling toward my boys as you got toward yours. Maybe all you want is just revenge. Well, if that's what you want, you better dig in deep and save your ammunition. That is, unless you shoot me in the back when I walk out of here.
Josh? Now, nobody's going to shoot you in the back. Now, we're pretty well holed up here. We got plenty of ammunition. If you and your gang figure you haven't had enough, you just say the word and we can start this ruckus all over again.
Don't you stand there yelling at me.
Well, do you want to go on with this or don't you? You want to try your luck again?
Ben, you got me wrong. Ain't all the cattle in Nevada's worth one of our boys. That's what I come here to tell you.
By golly. We're both reaching for the same conclusion, except we're butting our heads together like old billy goats.
No. We're like a couple of them she-bears with a litter of cubs.
Yeah.
You ain't never tried to mess around with one of them, have you?
Me? I got more sense than that.
Yeah, me too. Well, why are we messing with each other?
I can't figure it.
Ben, here's me and my boys. I figure we can rig up a litter and help you get the big one back to the Ponderosa. Then we'll help you round up the cattle that we rustled. Afterward, you can take us down to Virginia City to see the sheriff.
Let's get the boys out of here.
Seeing as how he had to shoot one, I wish it had been the little one.
Thanks a lot.
What's the matter with you, Mr. Hoss?
I'm saying I'm dying of starvation. That's all that's the matter with me.
I got turkey.
Good. That'll do for a starter. Then later on you can fix me a full meal.
He make joke?
I don't think so.
I got 2 turkey.
All right, Hopsing, that'll do for a start. You better get some beefsteaks going. The Tatums are staying for dinner. I think they're hungry. They've had a hard day.
Very good. Very good.
Figured you'd want to get into Virginia City to have Jack's arm patched up, Josh.
The sooner the better.
So long walk, so I had the boys saddle up 3 horses for you.
More than decent of you, Ben. As soon as we see the sheriff, I'll have someone bring these horses back. I reckon we'll be staying there quite a while.
Well, I reckon you're right. Rustling's a serious crime.
I ain't denying it.
Of course, seeing as how you didn't really go through with it, and seeing as how you told us where the cows are.
I ain't asking no favors.
I'm not offering any, except for the run of the horses.
I expect you'll want one of your boys to go along with us, see we get to the sheriff, and then get these horses back to you.
Why? Can I trust you?
Ben, when I get straightened out with the law, I hope things will be different between you and me. I mean, well, what are you waiting for? You gonna stand around here till you get blood poison in that arm? You heard Mr. Cartwright. If you ain't forgot how to ride, get started, for I'll wheel the tire out of both of you. Dang wolf pups. Raising kids ain't easy, Ben.
No, sure isn't, Josh. Of course, there's one good thing. A man can sure start taking it easy once his boys are grown big enough to take care of things.
No, please, Ross, I can't stand anymore. Ross, stop. Please, why are you doing this? Why? No, please stop.
I'll stop when you admit this thing with Adam.
There's nothing between Adam and me. Ross, Adam Cartwright's your best friend. There's nothing between us.
You lie!
No. Ross, please stop. Please. Ross, you don't know what you're doing.
Admit it! You admit it. Admit it.
All right. It's true. It's true.
Put it in words.
Adam Cartwright and I have been seeing each other. Adam Cartwright and I have been seeing each other. Yes.
Is that all the critters you got out of that draw?
That's all.
Did you go clean back the buttes?
I went clear to the rim rock. I looked in every gully big enough to hide a coyote and beat every bush big enough to hide a jackrabbit.
Doggone it. I know Pa was figuring on getting at least 50 or 60 head out of that piece of range.
Well, I know they were supposed to be there, but they just weren't.
Beats all, Adam. This is the skimpiest spring roundup I ever remember. We're going to be dang lucky if we come up with 2,000 head.
Yeah. It's a mean winter.
Yeah. I reckon we lost more to the blackleg than we figured on, too. Well, I'll take this bunch on in mine. Paul will see you back to the corral about something or other.
All right, take good care of them. I work hard for that beef.
Don't worry, John.
Looking for you. Hey, little Joe! Got another one yet? Hold it. All right. Gotta go. Be back with another one, Pa. All right, Joe. 56, don't it?
Well, 57 if you count that runny-legged one.
Well, if you had the Maverick yearling, that makes my tally 58.
What's Matthew? Didn't you ever learn how to count?
Well, some big numbers that throw me. Anytime I get over 10, I gotta take my shoes off. You know, I knew a lad once. Every time he'd tally, he'd be short 10 in every 100. It'd be regular as clockwork. I couldn't talk him out of it.
You ever cure him of the habit?
Yeah, finally did. Took a while, though. Wasn't easy. Had to shoot a finger off his left hand.
Well, how'd that help?
Well, like Jake here, you know, he counted on his fingers. Figuring 10 for each time around. Trouble was, he had 6 fingers in his left hand.
Hey, how'd you make out on Goose Creek?
I only found about 10 head.
10 head? There should have been close to 50 head up there.
I know, Pa, but that's all there were, and I went clean to the rim rock. Jake, take my horse, will you? Let me have that.
Well, did you see any bones to speak of? Like they were packed up in a storm or died off at the Black Quarter?
One carcass, that's all.
Some coffee. It's warm enough. One carcass was all, huh? Well, I expect that they came down to the forks and crossed over. We'll likely find them when we drive the north side. And when we do, we're going to need a lot more help.
I imagine we will. Horse said you wanted to see me about something.
That's what it was about. I want you to go in and see if you can talk Russ Marquette into coming over and checking out his own brand. Tell him we've already got about 50 head of his stock in our herd.
Well, he's probably busy with his own branding.
Well, we'll help him when we're done here. You shouldn't have too much trouble talking him into it, seeing how close you two are.
All I can do is try. We don't have 50 head of his cattle up here.
Well, Adam, we've got 2 or 3 head. And who's to say we won't run into a whole herd of his before he ever gets here? Anyway, we need help.
You're a conniving old pirate.
Ross? Ross? Del? Hey, Ross! Where are you, Skinny?
Scared the daylights out of me. All right. You look as tough as a year in jail, and the bore on that gun looks as big as a rain barrel. Now what? Gonna start out by robbing all the men, kissing all the ladies? Well, you got a reason for pointing that gun at me? Speak up or put it down. You're not being very funny.
Why'd you come here, Adam?
I come looking for you, you big skinflint. Pa said you'd come up and help us, we'd help you. Besides, we've got a few head of your cattle in our herd. Now, what's wrong with that?
Because it's a lie, that's what's wrong with it. You didn't come here to see me. You came here to see Delphine. You figured I'd be out in the rain someplace.
What are you talking about?
About you and my wife.
Ross, will you make sense?
You've been meeting her here. I know all about it.
You're not serious. Now, what are you trying to say?
That you were in love with her. You're trying to take her away from me.
Well, of all the dirty rot. Boy, now you put down that gun or I'm gonna take it away from you and bend the barrel over your thick skull.
I'm not fooling, Adam.
No! Ross, no!
What the devil's wrong with you? There ain't nothing wrong with me. I just caught up with you two, that's all. My best friend. My wife. Now, that's something to think about now, isn't it?
Tell, what's wrong with your face?
Nothing, Adam. Go away. I'm all right.
Did you do this?
You bet I did.
Ross, we've been friends for 15 years. I handed you the ring at your wedding. This girl is your wife. You've told me thousands of times how much you love her.
She admitted it was true.
Del?
Adam, it's a lie. It's a lie. I told him it was a lie. I told him over and over again. He wouldn't believe me. He kept hitting me. I couldn't stand it, so I told him it was the truth. I'm sorry, Adam. I'm so sorry.
Now, Ross.
Not one of you!
Quick, give me some of the time with Del. I'm sorry, it was the only way.
Adam, what can we do?
Well, we can get you out of here until I can put some sense into his head. Get a few clothes together. I'll saddle up a horse for you. You're going to the Ponderosa.
Well, but what about Ross?
Don't worry about him. I'll take care of him. Now do what I told you. Get moving. How long's it been going on, Del?
Months.
Why didn't you tell us about it?
Well, it hasn't been bad until just recently. I kept thinking he'd get over it. Well, he just keeps getting worse. I'm frightened, Adam.
I know Ross like I know the inside of my hat. I just can't believe he'd act like this.
Neither can I. Well, sometimes he seems almost mad.
Well, there's something wrong, that's for sure. Try not to worry about it too much. I'll take care of him.
Adam, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to. After what he said,
Regardless of what he said, he's my friend. And you don't drop a friend that easy. Come on.
What's he doing to me? Untie me.
I'll untie you. And I just want to see if you're thinking straight first. Sit down.
Oh, I'm thinking straight.
All right. Then you'll understand why Dell's going to stay at the Ponderosa with us for a few days.
She stopped by to tell me goodbye.
What got into you, Ross? I mean, how could you do a thing like that?
I don't know. Maybe you're right, Adam. Maybe it's a good idea that she gets away for a while.
I'm sure it'll be for the best. I'll drop by in a couple of days and talk.
Oh, Adam, you got my gun.
That's right, I have.
Well, I'd like it back.
Sure.
See Monk Hartley. Why?
I'll tell Monk Hartley.
You watch me ride up here, you know me.
Man don't read wanted posters doesn't know who you are. You're wanted for Robbery, murder. Reward's $5,000 now, ain't it?
Would you like to try and collect that 5,000?
I want to deal with you.
I'm listening.
You got a lot of law looking for you and your crew. Got no place to hide. I got a place to hide and no crew.
Where's this place to hide?
Right here in this ranch. See, I fired all my hands. I need new hands to do the work. I'm a respected man. No one would ever believe that I was hiring wanted men or keeping a killer.
Keep talking.
Gold and silver bullion move on a stage road, less than a day's ride from here. I can name 6 banks within 3 days' ride.
You ain't told me nothing new yet.
Can you shortcut across the Ponderosa in broad daylight to get to that stage road?
I'd sure save a lot of time, but I don't know anybody who can get away with it.
I can. That's something new for you now, ain't it?
Sure is. Right under old Ben Cartwright's nose. All right, boys, you can relax now. Looks like we found us a home.
You mean this place here?
I mean this place here. Now, stable all the horses. We're gonna be here a while.
Adam, I've known Ross longer than I've known you. Done a lot of business with him, like him fine. You couldn't find a better man till 2, 3 months ago. Then he just went sour.
Well, Mr. Beatty, I thought maybe if he were having money troubles again, I could help him.
Late last fall, there was reason to worry. That ranch of his nearly went under.
I know.
Lost most of his young stock to the Blackleg. You remember that?
Yeah, Ponderosa lost its share, too. Tried to help him then, but, well, you know Ross, how proud he is.
We didn't need help, apparently. After he changed his brand to the silver dollar, his luck changed. Bought up new stock with money he said he got from the East. Came on fine. He's solvent now. Got a nice balance here at the bank.
Well, that makes it tough. If it were money problems again, it'd be easy to cure.
Ross was never what I would call a religious man. But when he stopped attending services, I was concerned.
How long ago was this, Joe?
Late fall. I went to the Silver Dollar Ranch to talk to him about it. He didn't welcome me.
I don't understand. He always liked you.
He didn't that time. Adam, I hate to say this, but I was thrown out of the house bodily.
What?
Well, he seemed to enjoy the offense against the church. The, desecration, if we can call it that.
I don't know what to say. Ross isn't like that. He's... Joe, do you have any idea what might be wrong? I mean, is there anything that we could do?
Adam, I think of the force we call the devil as a sickness that comes to the human soul. I think of evil as a symptom of that sickness. Like fever or pain. And I think of hell as the death that results from that kind of sickness. A sort of spiritual oblivion.
You think he's sick?
I believe the sickness has come to the soul of Ross Marquette. And I believe his soul is sickened almost to the death with it. Prayer may alleviate suffering, and God in his infinite mercy may speed the end. But Adam, I don't think there's any other cure for a soul as sick as his.
He talks the same as you and me. He looks the same. Do you think he's insane, from what I've told you?
When a man behaves the way Ross is behaving, you can certainly say he's unbalanced to some degree. But to what degree? It's as if he's gone through a dark gate. And as yet, we have no key to that gate. All we know is that if he goes too far, there's no return.
Paul, it seems to me the time to help him is before he goes too far. Isn't this something a doctor can do?
No. But doctors are beginning to ask themselves that question more and more. A lot of us believe that insanity is a mental illness, can be cured with the proper treatment. Someday someone will find the cause and the key to that dark gate, but the day is not yet. Now all we can do for an insane person is to take his clothes away from him, lock him behind barred windows, let him stare or rave his life away.
I'll wait until he kills somebody and send him to the gallows.
That, or cut him down with gunfire.
Here she comes, Monk. $30,000 in gold bullion.
Yeah, that bullion's well guarded.
4 men ain't too many for you to kill.
One man's too many to kill.
You killed more than that.
Never wanting to. There's the difference.
And maybe that is a difference, Monk. You think I'll be satisfied with $30,000 in gold bullion?
What will you be satisfied with?
For a starter? A Ponderosa?
Pretty big ambition. That still don't mean we gotta kill those men.
And if we don't, they'll recognize us. That means we'll hang sooner or later.
I'm not in the habit of taking chances. We cover our faces. I've already bought my ticket to the gallows. You stay here, out of sight. Okay, we go. Bullion's all we want. You men keep your hands in the air and you'll live to tell about it. You, throw that box down on the ground.
You hurt bad, Monk?
Yeah, I'm hurt.
I don't know how you got hit that way. Why, you wasn't even turning that direction.
That's enough. Ain't no time to be standing around talking. Now, you and Billy unpack that bullion and take the Sandy Creek Trail to the Forks. Then come into my place after dark from the east. I'll take Monk in the shortest way.
What about it, Monk?
Come on, help me get him on his
Easy with
horse.
him, easy with him.
Come on. As far as you go, Monk.
I ain't finished yet.
You may not know it, but you're finished.
You're the one that shot me.
I shot the driver to start the hurrah. Then I shot you. I don't need you anymore, Monk. All I need's a crew.
You wouldn't ride off and leave me, would you? Might take me a couple days to die. Give me a shove.
Sure, Monk. I'll give you a shove.
Hi, Del.
Adam, I thought you were still on the roundup.
No, we needed more supplies, so I elected myself to come and get them. Well, I see you've been keeping busy since you got here.
It's better that way. Gives me less time to think.
It's almost finished. What you been doing, working day and night?
Well, almost. Think you'll find the house a lot cleaner, too.
Well, now, it wasn't dirty.
Maybe it wasn't dirty to a bunch of big hulks like you Cartwrights. Adam, I have to know. Have you heard anything about Ross?
No, not a word.
Well, it's been a week. I'm worried.
Oh, now stop it, Del. You've been worrying and fussing about him since the first night you met him.
I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah, he's probably branding calves. I rode by on my way here.
Was there anybody there?
No, but all that gear in the bunkhouse says he's got men working for him again. I expect they're out on the range. Anyway, they should be. There's a lot of work to be done.
Adam, don't you think I should go back there? Isn't that my place, really?
I think you ought to wait a couple of days. He's working again. That's a good sign. And he hasn't come here looking for trouble. That's a good sign. No, things are getting along fine. I don't think we ought to hurry it.
You'd think he'd at least send some word.
I expect he's feeling just a little bit ashamed just now. Del, let's stop this stewing. You know, what you need is a breath of fresh air. Now, why don't you get in some riding clothes, and I'll saddle up a horse. A ride up to the Butte and back will make a new woman out of you.
Adam, you don't know how I'd love to get out of the house for a little while.
All right, then you're going to do exactly that. Come on, now get going.
Didn't think that old plug of yours would ever get here.
Well, this old plug got a rock in his foot.
You are a big liar. You wanted me to come up here alone.
Well, what's wrong with that? A view like this should be looked at the first time alone.
One thing sure, anybody down at the mouth should see it. Could stay down at the mouth long. It's very beautiful, Adam.
Yep. See halfway to Boston on a clear day.
I believe you could do just that.
It's got pretty near sundown. I think if you've had enough of this, we better be getting along.
You suppose you could keep up with me on the way back?
Well, now, why don't you just take a nice long lead, and I'll show you.
Rangy bull almost cost us a saddle, boss.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be too hard to fix up. Better get Sam to make up 3 or 4 new ones, anyhow. Yeah, it's pretty falling apart now. Like you said, right?
Paul, did you find any more of those changed over brands?
I'm afraid so, son. About half a dozen. Sheriff ought to be along pretty soon.
Yeah, I saw some trail dust back over in the west. I reckon that's probably him and Joe now.
Yeah, I expect so. Mike says he saw Adam coming up Coyote Canyon. He ought to be along pretty soon, too.
You gonna tell Adam about the brands?
I don't know how I can keep it from him.
Yeah. Just soon hit him in the face with a gun, Bud.
Now, what kind of a roundup is this? More people than cows.
Well, you're not too far wrong, son.
Roy? Adam? Dooley? What are you doing here?
Got some bad news for you. We come out of this roundup about 500 head short of what we should have had. We finally figured out where they went. Us, hand me our brand. That's a Ponderosa brand. Hoss, the Silver Dollar brand. I'll show you where our cattle went. When Russ Marquette said he bought a new herd with Eastern money when he lost his young stock to the blackleg. He didn't buy a new herd. He just changed his brand to the Silver Dollar and stole a herd from the Ponderosa.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it.
Adam, I'm going to add to your troubles. In fact, I'm just about going to kill you. Now, I've been riding from sunup to sundown for days now, trying to cut the trail of the men who killed the guards and the driver and took that shipment of bullion. I haven't been able to find a track. Nary a one. But now I believe I know why. I didn't check out the Silver Dollar Ranch.
Ross isn't a killer. You know better than that.
Wife beater, cattle thief. Can murder be far from those?
I'm not accusing Ross, you understand? I just want a long talk with him and a close look at that ranch of his. Go with me, Ben?
You know I will. Mike, you and Forbes finish up here. Leave the riding stuff. We'll come back after them and take the truck wagon in. Joe, Hoss, you ride with me.
Right, Doc.
Adam, you go back to the ranch. We're enough about.
We give him a chance to talk.
Every chance. You know that, son.
If it was me, I believe I'd be worried about Marquette's wife. You know, a man helped kill 4 men. He's liable to do almost anything.
Delphine! Delphine!
Adam. 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 It was Ross. He broke in. He did this to me.
Where is he? Where'd he go?
I don't know. Adam, why did he do this? He was trying to kill us.
You're gonna be all right, Del.
Adam.
Take much more of that man.
He likes killing and all too much for me. I ain't never seen a beat of it. And don't you think he wouldn't turn on you and me just as quick as he did Monk, too?
You ain't seen me turn my back on him, have you?
No, you're too smart for that. That must be him now. Him and his woman.
Maybe. Maybe not.
We might as well go up the house and get him now.
I want to make sure first.
That's a posse. That's a law.
Don't look like there's anybody around.
I might be inside.
They're coming after us, Sam. They're gonna hang us. They're gonna hang us.
Shut up, let me think.
Well, we gotta kill them. We gotta kill them first. Don't you see? They're gonna hang us. As sure as anything, they're gonna string us up.
Now you floated.
Dooley. Dooley, all right?
I wanna check him.
Joe! Darn kids.
He's dead, Pa.
Marcy, take care now.
Oh, Dooley. You got them all to take care of.
Who's gonna tell her? Come on, stay down.
You in the bunkhouse. This is the law. You come out with your hands in the air.
I hope he didn't have no more.
You in there. Now there's no way of getting loose. You best come out while you're able.
Don't shoot! I'm coming out! Don't shoot!
Now come on, and throw that gun out first.
Don't shoot!
Anybody else in there?
No, I'm by myself. I'm the last one, I swear it.
Joe, be careful.
I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it. I didn't want to kill him, I swear it. I didn't want to kill him. What are you gonna do? He wasn't lying, Pa. He's the last one in there.
Well, there must be a safer way to find out. Come on your feet. Come on your feet. Now, where's Ross?
I don't know.
Where is he?
He's around here somewhere's close. I don't know just where.
Where'd he go?
He went to the Ponderosa to get his woman. That's all I know.
Delphine. She's there alone, Paul.
Drop that gun. Turn around slow.
I've been looking for you, Ross.
Who are you?
It's me, Ross Adam.
One of them's been chasing me. Everybody's chasing me.
Ross, nobody's chasing.
Don't you move. One more move and I'll kill you. I don't want nobody pushing me around.
Ross, I just saw Delphine.
You're not gonna stop me. Nobody's gonna stop me.
Ross, I want to help.
I warned you.
Adam. Oh, am I glad to see you. I don't know what happened. I'm hurt.
Easy, boy.
Something happened to me. It sure hurt. You gotta get me back to the ranch. My 5th wedding anniversary coming up. Delphine will have my scalp if I'm not there.
Your anniversary was 10 months ago.
You're joshing me. It's not for 2 weeks yet. Oh, I sure heard it. What happened to me? Why am I here?
You went away for a while. You just got back.
I'm sliding away, Anna. I'm cold. Hang on to me, Adam. Where am I going?
To Delphine. She's waiting for you. I got your hand, boy.
Anna?
Adam, you had to do it. There just wasn't no other way.
Those last few minutes, it was just like we always knew him.
Well, he was with a friend then, wasn't he? He didn't die a stranger.
See you later, boys. Hi, hon. Can I have my key?
J.D., hi, hon. I thought you were coming into town the middle of the week.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Well, what do you think? I think we need to have a beer.
No. I mean about her.
About who? What are you talking about?
My girl.
You mean that was your girl?
Mm-hmm. Oh, ain't she wonderful?
Hey, that's Margie, the one you're going to bring out to supper?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even act like you knew her.
Yeah, I know. It sometimes happens to me when I get around her. I don't know, I just kind of get all tied up inside. Boy, ain't she something, though.
Joe, better give us 3 beers.
All right, my man, let's get that package over there. Can't keep the Duke waiting, you know.
Disgustingly provincial.
Oh, come off it. Come on now, let's get a move on with that baggage. Oh, thank you. Ah, there you are, my man. You have reservations for the Duke of London and his entourage. Let's have a little service now.
Oh, madam, your hand.
Hmm?
I kiss the hand of the most beautiful lady I've seen since I've been in this beastly country.
Here. Hold your horses now, Dookie. It's the men what pays our wages, and it's the ladies what takes them away. You understand? Come on, let's go in the pub. Miguel is fair crying out for a nip.
Joe, set up some drinks for the boys.
Did Adam come in with you?
No, left a couple of days ago, Roy. I had to make a little trip to San Francisco.
Make way for the Duke of London. All right, you blokes, now out of the way. Give the Duke some elbow room.
Drinks for the house.
You'll have to get in line, stranger. Drinks are bought for this round.
The Duke of London waits for no one. Come, fellow, a bottle. You. A drink on the Duke of London.
I'm sorry, mister, but little Joe already bought me a drink.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The Duke of London, champion of the British Empire on a world tour, challenges all comers. Any man who stands 4 rounds will be paid $500 American money. Do you dare, Yankees?
Yankees, nation of dolts and cowards.
Ah, knock it, Bobo. We'll take a pound or two from them, don't you worry. You know, you really showed that crowd something down there. You was real prime.
Look at this filthy place. Virginia City. Nothing but a foul pig pen.
Ah, come off it. We've seen worse. Although I must say I have never tasted such bad whiskey. What I wouldn't give for some good old London ale.
And you and your liquor. Well, can't you stop guzzling even for a moment?
Why should I? Every man to his own sin, I say.
Well, you could hardly call yourself a man. You're like the rest of these donkeys around here who have to wear guns to protect themselves. We'll have to be extremely lucky to get a fight in this town.
You just keep on playing the game, Bobo. We'll get our fight. You know, you've got a knack, you have. I have never known of any one man who could get so many other men hating him in such a short time. You're a marvel. That's what you are. And you know, when they hate you enough, that's when we get our fight. So you go on being your own natural self.
You drunken sot.
You can call me names, Bobo, but you can't escape me.
Oh, will you shut up?
Well, I know you too well. Every time you get like this, it's because of some skirt. It wouldn't be the little barmaid you took a fancy to now, would it? You don't suppose she's out playing a little slap and tickle with one of these here American cowboys while the handsome Duke of London is pacing up and down the floor now, do you?
Now, you leave the women to me. Because I handle them a lot better than you handle this filthy rubbish you are drinking.
Gee, you know, this is just great. I mean, it's just wonderful of you, Mr. Cartwright, to go to all this trouble, invite me out for supper and everything.
Well, we're very happy to have the opportunity of making your acquaintance, Miss Fuller. J.D. talks so much about you. Will you have some dessert?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, thanks. And just call me Marge. Everybody does. Honey, do you want some pie?
No, thanks, sir. I mean, ma'am.
Well, you boys had quite a time in town, didn't you? This prize fighter, what did you say his name was?
The Duke of London, Paul. I ain't never seen a Duke before, but they're all like that feller. I don't ever care nothing about seeing another one.
I wish you'd been along with us, Pa. This man makes more enemies just walking into a room than anybody I ever saw in my life.
Well, you boys did right to ignore him.
Well, you should have seen what he did to me, Mr. Cartwright. He stopped me right in the middle of the lobby and grabbed my hand and kissed it.
Well, if I'd have known that, I'd have taken a wallop at him.
Well, J.D., hand kissing in Europe is quite common. Probably just a gesture.
Not the way he did it, it wasn't. He looked at me like he owned me or something.
Yeah, I should have walloped him.
I'm afraid you wouldn't have stood much of a chance, J.D. The man is a professional prize fighter. You know, his fists are considered lethal weapons by law.
Well, I got a couple of...
Oh
Now you're giving me the silent treatment. First you knock me about, then you act as if I wasn't here. Well, I am here, Bobo, and you know I'm here. And when you need me, I'll be working late in me office. In other words, in the pub.
Marge, I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry it happened.
It's all right, Mr. Lambert. It's forgotten.
But look, I don't blame you for slapping me. I had it coming, but well, you look so pretty there with the moonlight in your hair. I just all of a sudden had to kiss you, Marge.
You clumsy fool. You stupid oaf. How dare you even address this lady?
Come on, J.D. Come on.
Scum, you coward, you yellow belly. How very brave you are, with a gun pointed at someone who is completely unarmed. Your bravery overwhelms me to such a point that I can no longer tolerate the sight of you. Well, come, my good fellow. Are you not going to pull the trigger?
J.D., don't get mixed up with him. Go on home.
Fair fight! He in first now, you all saw it. The Yank get in first, it's a fair fight. All right. You saw what happened. Surely you have a better man in Virginia City. And if you haven't, well, I suggest you send for one. Because the champion here expects to have a fight in this fair town of yours.
Somebody get a doctor. He's hurt bad.
Hank, you and Mike take him over to the dock, will you? So you found one, eh? After I told you the law. Well, you're going to the calaboose.
Oh, no, he ain't. The Yank hit him first. Every bloke here saw it.
Is that right, Joe?
Yeah, that's right. J.D. hit him first.
You had better get these laundered.
No hard feelings, Sheriff. Come on in, I'll buy you a drink.
I'm sorry, you couldn't have seen me up against a more worthy opponent. One could hardly call it a fight, could one? Of course, I could tell from the outset that you were a woman who needed a man, not a boy. Well, now you've found one.
The doctor said he never saw so much damage done by a man's fist. And you know the funny thing? The boys that saw it said it looked like he was just tapping him.
I'll tell you something else, too. J.D. ain't the easiest man in the world to take. I seen him take 3 miners one night in Virginia City single-handed.
Roy, what started it? Well, from what I understand, it was that girl Marge.
The man's a professional. He ought to be jailed.
But J.D. took the first swing.
Well, it was good of that very nice girl to let him get his head knocked off on her behalf.
I don't care if J.D. did swing first. I'll guarantee you he didn't start it. Come on, Joe.
You boys stay right where you are.
Stay right here. Look at J.D. Just look at him. You want us to stand here and do nothing?
That's exactly what I want you to do. Stand there and do nothing. You can't gun down a man for defending himself. Now, J.D. was warned. He was warned.
That's my fault, Mr. Cartwright. Don't nobody tackle him. It's my fault.
I know he's going to do that to a friend of ours.
I agree with Joe, Paul.
I don't care who you agree with. You're staying out of it.
Oh, Marge. Oh, Marge saw it. She saw me make a fool of myself. I could never see her again.
Paul, I can hurt that man.
No.
If I can get one hand on him, Paul, if
I
can get...
said no.
Horse. They say he strikes faster than a rattlesnake.
Yeah, well, you just wait till I get my hands on him.
Just a point, he won't hold still long enough.
Yeah, well, if Hoss can't catch him, the two of us
Now,
can.
just stay.
Come
Just
on,
be quiet,
Paul,
both of you. Now, just be quiet and listen to me. Now, first, as I said, J.D. was warned not to mix with the Duke. Second, I've seen professional fighters at work. When I was young, and that wasn't so long ago, I thought I was pretty good, too. Well, one of them showed me how good I was. That's when this was broken for the first time. I couldn't think straight for a week.
But, Paul, I'm bigger than you.
You may be bigger than I am, but you're no tougher than I was in those days. A man just wasn't designed to be beaten up the way a prize fighter can do it. There's another way, and a better way.
Yeah, like what?
If he's so anxious to have a fight, we'll get him another professional prize fighter to fight with.
Paul, there ain't no professional prize fighters around here nowhere.
No, but I know where there is one. I'll send a wire to Adam in San Francisco. There's a fighter there, a great fighter, Heenan, the Benicio boy. We'll pay him to get here as fast as he can. Roy?
Yeah?
If I write out the wire, will you take it into town?
I'll take it to San Francisco myself if I have to.
Still like to get my hands on that Duke.
Hey, did you hear that, J.D.? But I'm gonna get that Benicio boy to take care of the Duke.
Yeah, he's a real champ, J.D. He'll take care of that Duke.
Marge saw it. Marge saw him make a fool of me.
He ain't hearing nothing we're saying. I'd still like to get my hands on that Duke.
Now, I'm gonna have to do what Pa said. Of course, that don't mean we can't ride into town tomorrow and sort of break the news about the Benicio boy. I'd kind of like to see the look on the Duke's face when we tell him that.
Yeah. I'd sort of like to see that Duke fella myself.
Hey, wait a minute. I said we're gonna break the news to him, not his neck. Agreed?
Agreed, little brother.
And another thing, where's your dartboard?
My what?
Your dartboard. You know,
How is he? How's
pub
J.D.?
ain't a pub unless you've got
A little late to be asking, ain't it?
Is he all right?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's got a busted nose, lost a few teeth, otherwise he's feeling just fine.
He ain't too pretty. It's gonna be a while before he feels like doing any courting again, too.
I know everybody thinks that it's my fault. Would you take a message to him? Would you tell him that I want to see him?
Well, I don't think he's gonna want to see anybody for a while. Especially you. Now, if you excuse us, man, we have some business to take care of.
He'll line you up and take you on two at a time, he will. The old blanket town. 'Cause there ain't a man, god, or demon can whip the Duke. I trained him from a little whippersnapper, I did, and he's the greatest. Got a fist like a rock, and I like it all. So, bring on your finest.
Well, that's exactly what we intend to do. Bring on the finest.
You? You're funnier than that bloke last night.
No, not me, little man. I'm talking about the Benicio boy.
Benicio boy. Ah, you're trying to fool old Limey. You think I'm drunk, so you're playing jokes on me.
No, this ain't no joke, little man.
Well, I can't believe it.
Well, you can believe it.
Benicio boy, Heenan.
Hey, Joe, it looks like the little man that did all that loud bragging ain't so sure of himself now, don't it?
Yeah. Hey, well, it couldn't be that you and the Duke are a little afraid of the Benicio boy, could it?
Afraid? Oh, that's a rich one. Afraid? The Duke of London afraid of Benicio boy? You know what? We've been chasing him all across the country, and now he gets delivered to us on a silver tray. Oh, Oh, wait till the Duke hears this bit of news. He'll be pleased fit to bust. Oh, that's a rich one.
How about a beer?
To the left again. Sure, she got 1-2 now. All right, now come in a little.
Sure dances around pretty, don't he?
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't show him the big wallop. We gotta make him bet on Benicia boy, remember? That's it. All right, now, jab. All right, another jab. That's it.
All right.
Jab.
You didn't get a telegram from Adam yet, did you?
Nope.
It's been a week.
Could be the wires are down again.
Oh, no. I checked that.
What happens if the Benicia boy don't show up?
Oh, please.
Will you fight him yourself? Well, the time was when you would.
Yeah, well, this isn't the time. I'll just have to give him that $1,000 purse.
$1,000?
That's what I had to guarantee him for the fight.
Get those knuckles in there, Bobo.
Kind of holds his fist fancy like, too.
Get those knuckles in there.
Yeah, they could really slice a man to pieces.
Yeah.
1-2.
He might slice some men to pieces, but he'd have to hit a whole lot harder than that to cut me up.
Yeah, maybe so, but not after a few rounds.
Well, I'd sure give a pretty to try him anyhow.
Now, when they come in with a short punch.
Hey, look who came to watch the Duke.
All right, another jab.
J.D. Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine. Excuse me, I'm in a hurry.
J.D., how you doing?
Marge. Excuse me, Roy. Marge, what's wrong?
What's right? All you want to do is reach out for something better. Everybody says, no, you stay in your place.
Oh, Marge, you know it doesn't matter what people think.
Nothing mattered until J.D. Looks like that's over, too, doesn't it?
She sure looked pretty, didn't she?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're still sweet on her after what happened.
It wasn't her fault.
Well, I think it's enough for one day. I've got something better to do.
Yeah, and I know what it is. And it's fair asking for trouble. Women, they'll be the death of both of us.
Oh, come on, let's get a beer, huh?
That feller's just plain ordinary mean. For 2 cents, I'd...
Come on. Come on, let's go.
No more tears, eh?
What do you want?
Oh, there's no need to be coy with me. I saw you watching the workout.
You get out of here.
Oh, come, my dear. You might fool the majority of these clods around here, but you don't fool me. I know you and your kind. And I know what's bothering you. Guns. Yeah, like all the men in this godforsaken country, the first thing they turn to is guns.
Go on me.
There's no need to lie to me. I know you and your kind only too well. You're trying to be better than you really are. But you can't. Deep down inside your heart, you know you can't. And you know you never will. What are you laughing at?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me that you've never been laughed at by a woman before.
Hold your tongue. You won't be laughing when I get through with you.
Let her go, Bobo.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, and it'll always be me. It happened again, didn't it? Another one laughed at you. I told you it would happen again.
You're through. I've taken all I'm going to take from you, you despicable little gutter snipe.
J.D.
Marge. Well, what happened?
It's Duke. He's beating that poor little man. He's going to kill him.
Where are they?
They're in my room. He broke into my room.
Come on, Joe. I'll be right back.
J.D. Don't leave me. Don't ever leave me. I need you so much.
You need me?
I need you.
Limey! Limey?
Yeah, I'm in here.
You gonna make it, Limey?
Oh, take it easy now. Just sit real easy down on the bed.
I'll be all right. See, it's just the Duke's way of doing things. My brother don't always see matters my way, yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't have guessed it, would you? Me and the Duke, brothers.
Brothers?
Yes. You see, his real name's Clarence Simpson. Mine's Harry Simpson. When he was a little tyke, we called him Bobo. The baby he was. Then they put us in one of them homes. But I got us out of there. Oh, you've no idea how I worked and slaved to put that boy through school. See, I wanted to make a gentleman out of him.
Here, Limey, you just take it easy. You might be hurt serious and don't even know it.
Now, what he said hurts much more than what he done. He can do without me, he says.
Just don't seem possible that a man could treat his own brother like that.
He's always been the same. I taught him, you know. He was going to the dogs, he was. I made him a boxer. You see, that's how I earned the money to pay for his schooling. Then when I got too old to fight, I taught him the trade. And now he says he can do without me.
Maybe you're better off without him, Limey.
I taught him good, too. I wanted him to be the champ. And he might be if he'd only leave the skirts alone.
Did he hurt Marge?
He would have. Yes, he would have. He's done it before. Oh, I might as well face up to it. He's just no good. So now I'm through with him. You understand? I'm through with him. He thinks he don't need me. He'll find out. Just let him find out.
Joe, I don't care what Paul says. This is too much.
Yeah, first JD, then Marge, and now this.
Joe?
I'm with you.
Let's go.
Well, the Cartwright clan. Have you got the Benicia boy with you?
No. But we brought a message.
Then deliver it and be on your way.
All right. You wanted a fight. Well, Buster, you got it. I'll take you on for money, marbles, or chalk. You just name it.
Ben, I don't like this one little bit.
Well, neither do I, but Hoss challenged him, so the only thing we can do now is to see that everything is conducted properly.
You think Hoss can handle him?
In a match like this, I only hope he doesn't get hurt badly. Yeah, you better study these London prize ring rules.
Yeah, how you feeling, Hoss?
I feel great, little brother.
Good. Just lean back, take it easy. That's it.
25 on the horse against 100 on the Duke. No, I said I was through with him, and I mean it. I ain't going near his corner, so help me. But I gotta warn you, you're gonna get hurt mortal bad, boy.
I've been hurt before.
Well, don't you worry. Hoss can take care of himself. Yeah, give me some of that 4-to-1 money on Hoss Cartwright.
100 on Hoss against 400 on the Duke. You know, you've been very kind to me, my lad. Take a tip from me. You're gonna try and cover that bet because you're gonna lose.
Yeah, well, don't you worry. My brother knows just what he's doing.
Your brother?
Yes. Come on, Darren, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, wait. You put some of my money on that bet?
$50. I'm only half stupid. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, this match is being held against my will. However, since it has been joined, it will be conducted fairly and properly according to the London prize ring rules. The round shall continue until one or both of contestants are down. When a man is down, his seconds may conduct him to his corner for the rest period. Would you like a second assigned to your corner, sir? At the end of 30 seconds, the referee will call time, and the contestants must rise and come to the mark. Now, either man failing to toe the mark at the end of 8 seconds after the referee calls time shall be deemed defeated. The judgment of the referee will be final and absolute. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you all know the referee, your Sheriff, Roy Coffey.
Now, you men have heard the rules. Timekeepers ready? The contestants will toe that mark. Ready? Time!
Right, get him.
Get him, Hoss.
Look out for the jab!
Get him back, Joe. Get him back to the corner.
Look, you gotta stay away from that jab. You gotta get inside him. Hit him in the stomach. You're gonna hurt him.
Right. He's hit me with that funny little left, but I'm gonna get him first with it this time.
Time!
Beat him to it.
Now take your time. Stay away from that jab. Stay away from it. Come on. Look, Hoss, I think you had enough. Pop was right. You can't stay in there with a professional.
He's gonna get a bunch of me, Joe. I'm gonna get some of him.
All right, if that's the way you want it. Can you see?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Watch him, Hoss! Oh, you got him! You got him! Just one more round, that's all he's got.
I knocked him down.
Yeah, sure did knock him down.
Is that you, Harry?
It's me, Bobo. It's me, all right.
He's a fair ball. Like hitting a brick wall.
Well, he's too strong for you. You gotta move around. Stay away from him.
Oh, I don't know anymore, Harry.
Oh, just stick it out there. Keep the old flag flying.
I missed you, Harry.
You did?
I'm no good with hurt you.
Time! Go get him!
There. Toe the line.
3.
And give them the best you got.
5, 6, 7.
Bless you, Bobo.
A new champ! Way to go, Hoss!
Hoss, how do you feel?
Good going, Hoss. I knew you could do it. I knew it, Hoss. You whipped him. You beat the champ.
What are you driving at, son?
He was all alone, Paul.
Oh, what a fight. Wasn't that a good fight?
boys. Boys, let's get out of here.
We are here to settle our accounts, sir. Harry, will you please pay the gentleman?
Yes. Here you are, Governor. 1,000 American dollars.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Paul, if you're gonna show him the, you know.
Oh, yes. Well, I almost forgot. I received a telegram from my son in San Francisco. It says, Benicia boy will not fight you in Virginia City. But he would be happy to meet you in San Francisco.
You hear that, Bobo? We got the big one. God, blimey.
Mr. Cartwright? Oh, Mr. Cartwright, I was just showing my...
Pardon me. That's all right, J.D. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, well, I was just going to say that Marge loves the house.
It's wonderful, Mr. Cartwright.
I will not ask you to shake hands, but I would like you both to know how really sorry I am.
Oh, that's all right.
Come on, Bobo. San Francisco and the Benicia boy, and you'll murder him.
Well, I don't know about that, but we'll have a good bash at it, won't we, Harry?
We will and all. Ta-da.
You know, when your little ones come along, I hope they're a little smarter than those two.
Hey, you know, Hoss, I was just thinking, there's a fighter in St. Louis, sort of an up-and-coming heavyweight, going out on the road. I was just wondering if we worked on that left hook of yours a little bit,